Can you see my screen? Can anyone can see that? Can you
Yes,
see?
it's
Yeah.
visible.
Okay, okay, okay. So okay, I already told you that due to his our guest personal problem, he couldn't actually join today. We will continue his part tomorrow. Okay, so I will start from introduction to open source. So about me, I am Shahriar Mustaqim. I'm a first year CSC student. I have participated in GSOC, GSSOC, GuardScript, Summer of Code, and I have participated in DevScript Winter of Code, Script Winter of Code, and I'm a beta Microsoft ambassador. Okay, so well, I should start the main topic. So what is open source? Open source is basically like what I would say. Open source is basically, wait a second. Okay, what is open source? Open source is basically like you can realize from the meaning that open source, the source is open for anyone. Okay, so there are the you can see, you can read these documents. I will share the slide link there, but I want to tell you my experience, what is open source and how it helps actually. Open source is mainly like I told you that it is open source. You have already come to know that Linux and there are a lot of softwares which are open source like VLC media and or Mozilla Firefox. These are open sourced. Okay, so if we read here, like open source is a term that originally referred to open source software. Okay, and open source software is code that is designed to be publicly accessible. Anyone can see, modify, and distribute the code as they see it. Okay, so it directly says that it is like publicly accessible. So what basically happens is like most of the people uses GitHub for open source. So you can create a repository and you can make it public or private. Okay, so open source softwares are mainly those repositories are mainly done publicly. Those are made public, so people can join and they can see those codes and then contribute or create a open sorry, pull request. Okay, so I won't say much more about this. And now we go to the second thing. Why is it important? So actually, why is it important? The big companies like Microsoft and Google and these companies are actually trying to encourage people to do open source contribution. And why is this? Actually, open source is like, it is you are helping the other coder. Okay, so someone is like has contributed or someone has make a code public. Okay, and then you go and check that code and you think that you can modify it. You can share your knowledge. You can add some code and modify that website code or HTML code or CSS code. So that's why it is like helping each other. So this kind of mentality is like they want to encourage people to help each other. So this is like open source. That's why this is like why it is important. Like you have the mentality, you are always trying to help each other. Okay, so there are a lot of benefits for open source contribution. So there are a lot of benefits for open source contribution. We'll go back to that topic later. First of all, I will tell you that how to kickstart your open source journey. Let's assume that if I tell you my experience, I started my CEC journey just the last year. Okay, then during the Corona pandemic, that there was like Hacktoberfest in the October, so I didn't start my journey before that. So when that journey started, like Hacktoberfest started, there was like you have to create 4 pull requests, and if they are merged, you are accepted. You have completed the Hacktoberfest. That is why I started, and then I gradually saw what is open source and what happens actually. So I will tell you what happens. So what to consider before you go to open source. Okay, first of all, you have to know about Git, okay, and GitHub as it is mostly used till now. Okay, so and you have to know any language and then start contributing. Okay, so we will know about Git and GitHub. Actually, I won't say a lot about Git and GitHub because our guest will talk about this tomorrow. So what I will say is Git is like commands. Okay, they're like command, Git command, and GitHub and Git is not the same. GitHub is an organization. Okay, if you read it, like Git and GitHub are not the same. Git is an open source version control tool created in 2005 by developers working on Linux, Mac, Windows, and Linux is not the same function like the Windows. Okay, Linux is like it's very friendly for the developers and programmers. This is like you are accessing anything through the command prompt. So the when the Git was started, like Git is an open source, so the developers actually created that Git, keeping Linux in their mind. Okay, they created a Git like the Linux, so it is like so easy. Linux, most of the developers use the Linux. Okay, the big companies use Linux in their office, so Git has the same kind of facilities like Linux, so it got familiar, very famous. And GitHub is like it is an organization, and it uses like you can use Git commands in GitHub. Git commands and GitHub are the two different things. GitHub is an organization which normally where you can contribute codes and you use Git commands. That is the thing. That is Git is another thing, and GitHub is the organization or software. You can just go to GitHub. So okay, so I told you that you have to know about Git and then GitHub. Okay, then what you have to do, you have to know about any programming language or non-programming language. Okay, so what I meant that non-programming language like HTML to be used for web development, and programming language like C++, JavaScript, Java, Python, etc. Okay, so why I told you that, you can see here the GSOC application will start from March for the participants right now. And if you see that here is some good open source organizations based on JavaScript that regularly participates in GSOC. So these organizations, these are I will tell you more about this. What is this organization and what happens actually? So these organizations actually, if you want to contribute to their code bases, you just need to know about JavaScript. Okay, so I told you about JavaScript, and also I told here like Java. If you know about Java, you can contribute to their code bases. Okay, I think I was out of it. Okay, sorry for the issue. Okay, so I will start again. Okay, so then you have to just start contributing. Okay, So like is start contributing is like contribute to some projects which are public on GitHub. You can just go to GitHub and search for public issues. I will show you all of these. And also you can contribute to a platform, like contribute through platform like GSOC, RL open source, Hacktoberfest, and all other like outreaching. Okay, so what you basically do till now, what I told you, that you have to know what you have to know before open source, and now what you basically do. So I will tell you that. Okay, first of all, you check the project on GitHub. You go to GitHub and you check a project like a file. It can be file, it can be like a project, whole project or something. You check the files or issues. You can check the issues. I will show you that. And then check in which file or issues you can contribute. You can then check the which file you want to contribute, or which you can see that there is HTML file. Then you want to contribute to that HTML file. Then you can decide that and add your course and create a pull request. And if it is merged, you are congratulations, you are now an open source contributor. So I will show all of those now. Okay, so this is included in the slide, but I will show you practically how it is done. Okay. Okay. Okay, so it is like this is my GitHub account. Okay, so I have already created a repository. Okay, I will go there. Okay, so okay, this is the repository I have already created. I will
Hey
mm,
Mitul,
okay, okay.
I think you need to share your whole screen.
Okay. Oh, wait, it's not share now. Okay, is it seen right now? Can you
Yep,
see
it's
that?
visible.
Okay. Okay, sorry for that. Okay, so I will start from this. Okay, so this is my account, or you can see my profile. Okay, so if I go to this repository, I have already created a repository. I will assume that this is a admin account. I have another GitHub account. I will assume that that is a user ID of mine, and this is the admin. I will show you that how it is done. Okay, so okay, this ID, okay, Mithul 3737. This is a admin ID, okay, and now okay, I've got to here. Okay, so this is my another account, so it is like MIT382. Okay, so I will contribute the, let's assume that this is our account, and how we can contribute to that admin's file. Okay, so first of all, I will search here. I know that I have already actually contributed, so this is already here. But you can also search here like my GitHub ID name, and then slash, and that you can search the repository name. Okay, so if I go there, this is the user ID you are using, and this is the admin I told you about. Okay, so this is a file, this is a repository, sorry, the admin has created, like it is name is contribute to a project, and here you can see license, readme, and main.html. It is the HTML file. Okay, so if you come here, and you can see that there is a little bit of code here like doc type HTML, and very little code here. You can see very little code here. So I'm a user. I am just checking the admin's codes and files. This is the admin's files, repositories files. Okay, I'm checking which file I can contribute. Okay, you cannot contribute to license, or you can contribute to readme if there is an issue. I will tell you all about that. You can just let's assume that I know HTML, and I have come to this HTML file, and then I am kind of watching there where I'm just watching these codes. Okay, so actually, basically, what how it started, like the admin actually creates a issue. I will show that. Okay, yeah, this is the admin ID. Admin actually creates an issue. Like let's assume that uh, the admin is right now will create an issue. Issue is like you know the meaning of issue. Issue is like problem or something. So admin will create an issue. Okay, I will go to this issue as an admin, and then I will create a new issue. So I will give it a name like this is the admin's profile. Okay, so he is like giving and creating an issue where another coders will come and see which issue you the admin want you to work. Like right now I will give the name. I will add that add some code in like body of HTML file. Okay. So I have given it a name, add some code in body of my HTML file or something. This can be the lot of it can be something like that, and here the admin can create a label. Okay, so he will choose like good first issue. Why he will choose that? Good first issue means like for the newbies who haven't contributed to open source, they can come to the issues and they can easily detect that which course they can easily contribute to. The new good first issues are normally very easy. Okay, so okay, so as a admin, I've created a issue. It's like add some code in the body of my HTML file. Okay, so if we go to here, sorry, uh, okay, I will refresh that. Okay, so this is the user's ID. Let's assume that it's you. You have come to the admin's profile, and you have now checking that what is the issue, what is the issue the admin want you to work on. Okay, so you have checked. You are now seeing that add some code in body of my HTML file. You are saying that the admin wants you to add like work on the HTML file, add some code in the body section. Okay, you have just you have seen this. Okay, this is the user ID of yours just you can see that. Now let's assume that you want to work on this code. Okay, then you will comment that I want to contribute here. Okay, okay, so I want to contribute here. It is like first come first. There is a thing like let's assume that the admin has created this issue, and 4 or 5 people are trying to work on it. So you can assign the admin can assign any people to work on this issue, and there are a lot of things. You can know a lot of the other things tomorrow, inshallah. Okay, so as a user you are like commenting that I want to contribute here. You comment here. So what happens is okay. What happens is if we refresh here. Okay, if we refresh here, you can see this is the admin's profile. I think it's very hard for you. Like I'm just going to this browser and then this browser. It's going tough. It is going to be tough, but I think I will try to show the first step that how you can just contribute. Okay, so you can as a admin, you can then see that there is a participant named MIT382. He said that I want to contribute here. Okay, then if he decides that he want to assign that person for this issue, he can just go here assign it, and he can assign himself or you. The admin can choose you or himself, because the admin can work on his issues too, or also he can assign you to. Okay, so the admin is now going to assign you. Okay, the admin is assigning you for this issue. Okay, now if we refresh here, wait, I think it's not wait, it will take some time. Okay, so you can see that it has been assigned to you. Okay, so you can see the admin Mitul 3737 assigned MIT 382 now. Okay, so like now you can contribute to that code base. Okay, so this is the your ID. So you will now then go to the code section. Okay, so you can go to the main.html and then you press the pen icon. Okay, then if you come here like in the body section, you can see in the issues they were said like contributing in the body section of my readme file. Okay, so like I will, as an user like you are contributing to this code. So like you are going to add repeat mm, I am adding my first code. Okay, so wait. So like you have added that I am adding my first code, and you can also check in the preview changes that what is now changed or what extra have you added or something. You can see it's like green. This line has been added like green. You can see this bold in green. So and you can see the plus again. That means that these codes were like they were earlier in this code base or this file, and now you have added this one. Okay, but also if you want to kind of you want to delete something like I want to delete this uh, want to delete this, then you can see that if you delete this and you go to the preview changes is mainly like what it will look after it's like after the code is merged. I will show you how it is merged. Okay, so I have just added this. I'm adding my first code, and also I have removed another code line. So then what I will do, I will, or you will propose for the changes. You will propose. You cannot just add these to the admin's file. You cannot just do it. The admin will check that what you have added, and if he thinks that yes, okay, the I want to add this to my file, then okay, he will merge it. So I will propose for changes. Propose changes. Then you have to create pull request. Okay, pull request is like you can realize the meaning like pooling. Pull request, it's like uh, pull request requests pull. So I don't want to it's just like funny. I want to tell you like in a funny way, but you're just creating a request, pull request, like you are um, requesting the admin for adding or the code to their his code base. Okay, you have just create a pull request. I haven't add anything, any comment or something. I haven't add anything. I'm just not trying to make it complex or something. I'm just showing you all the things shortly. Okay, so it is like the the pull request is getting created. I think it's some net issue. Okay, so meanwhile if we go here, mm, uh, as the admin now, when I will come here, I can see that there has been a issue. Sorry, there has been a pull request, and I can check that code and then merge the code. So still wait. I think okay. Again, I will try again. Component. Okay, so and about all these section, so I also want to tell about you that you can know about GitHub through GitHub Labs. There is a also very cool feature like GitHub Labs. Okay, so you can just go there and learn about GitHub. Okay, this is what lab.github.com. So GitHub Learning Lab. So if you like want to know about anything, like you cannot just you cannot just uh, know anything like with one ID. You cannot just know or experience these things like with one of your ID. I have just several accounts, so I'm just showing you about this. But in this learning labs, what they show is that there is a bot. So through that you can just create project and you can do a lot of works. Okay, so I will not show it right now. I think we will show you tomorrow. So wait, through these slides, think through these slides. Okay. Okay, so as it is taking some time, I will just show you what happens right then. Okay. Mm, okay. Okay, you saw that in the preview changes, what happens, like you can see what code you have added, and then you're just going to merge, create a pull request. Okay, I will then create a pull request. Then, uh, okay, after that, what happens is the admin will get this notification now. Okay, as a admin, when the admin will go and he will check the notification section, he will check that he has contributed or he has created a pull request. He will then go there and he will then do is he will merge it. I haven't shown it here that it is the screen after being merged. The admin has already merged the pull request, and this is what you can see that, or this is what the admin and also the assignee, as you can see that. So this is how a normally like you can contribute to a file or project, because other than this you can also go to a file and also kind of try to contribute to a code or create a pull request. But the most encouraged thing is like you go to the issues section, or always go to the issues section and check which issues you want to you can work with. You can also always see that those labels, okay, those labels are very important. So okay, these labels are very important. Okay, good first issue, there are a lot of labels you have seen, like you can see here, good first issue, bug, documentation, duplicate, enhancement. Okay, so admin can actually tell you that what you basically have to do. If you can see like good first issue, it is like the easiest one, easiest thing you can do, or it can be kickstart for you. You can just come here and just do a slight change of any file and then create a pull request, and then it is done. But other than this, there is like bug documentation. You can if you can see this label, so you can realize that you have to do the documentation, or if you see the bug, you have to work with the bug, and there's a lot of thing. Okay, so that's how actually okay, pull notification failed, validation failed. Okay, it's maybe because of the net issue or something. Okay, okay, yes, you can see that now the pull request has been done. So as a admin, now if I refresh it, okay, you can, as admin, you can see in the pull request section that there has been a pull request. This guy has created a pull request, like in the, this is the pull request update main.html. He has updated the HTML file, and if he kind of go here and want to check, okay, sorry. Okay, so if he go here like files changed, then he can see that the assignee has, what he has done is he has removed he has wanted to remove this code and wanted to add this code. Okay, so the admin can show this through this file changed, and okay. Okay, so again, if you go to pull request, so the admin has decided that he will add these to his code base and he has agreed to it. So he will merge the pull request. That means that he is accepting that code and confirm merge. Okay, so that is it. Is you can see that it's merged. That means that code is now added to the code base. You can now come go and check it out. Okay, you can see that this is a paragraph and I am adding my first code. There is another code here with paragraph tag. This is not here. Okay, you can also see the contributors. This is the admin's profile and this is the assignee. Okay, this is how actually you can contribute to any of the file or something. I have just shown you with my two of my GitHub accounts, the just creating a mini project or mini file, that how you can come here and then check how it is done. Okay, so now we will get back to the slides. Okay. Okay, get back to the slides. Okay, so there are a lot of several programs which through which you can kickstart your open source or you can contribute to open source. Actually, for kickstarting your open source, the best program is Hacktoberfest. This one. Hacktoberfest. Okay, because it's like for the beginners, like anyone you don't know about open source, you're just coming here and you are just contribute to anyone. You can just contribute to any valid code. You don't have to be an organization or something. I will tell you about what happens in uh, these kind of things. I first want to tell you that these are some of the programs where they where you can join, you can apply for the open source program, and then if you're accepted, then what happens is you have to contribute to one of the organizations. Okay, so these are some of the programs. I will show you the process, what how to do these application or something, or how it is done. But here are the programs. It is like Google Summer of Code, and then RL open source. It is like it is a open source program by Microsoft, and Google Summer of Code is obviously by Google. Okay, you can just have a professional level experience. Okay, certificate of it after you complete the project you had to turn, and you will get a stipend. Okay, at the same time, if you contribute to RL open source, same professional level experience, and also you can have a stipend like $10,000. Sorry, $1,000. Okay, so script winter of code, if you contribute to if you want to contribute to script winter of code, it is like it is also, it is not like big very a very big open source program, but it is like you can contribute to script winter of code, and then you can come and apply for Google Summer of Code. Because if you like join script winter of code, I will show you if you go to this link. Okay, so it is a program. Okay, script winter of code, it is basically like start like in January or something. So if you contribute to these if you actually apply for script winter of code, and you can see here what happens, how to do it. Like in the 1st November 2020, project registration starts. That means that this is a program. Yes, this is a program, and where a lot of organizations come, okay, and they submit their project. They want their project to be done by the developers. Okay, so what happens is in the 1st November 2020, project registration starts. The organizers actually submit their projects. Okay, in the 5 November 2020, participant and mentor registration starts. It means that participant who want to contribute to the code and mentor who want to guide the participants, they actually start, the registration starts. After that, in the 20 December 2020, participant registration and mentor registration closed. And then you can see we'll send acceptance mails and then project announcement. That means these projects had been accepted, and in this day, who are accepted will get a mail. Okay, so I got a mail. I was accepted for this. And also you can see in the 25 December 2020 to 5 January, community bonding and various activities. So basically what happens is during the corona, or so we actually mm, contacted through Discord. So we have talked a lot, and we have kind of, you are creating the bond. Okay, so where later on what happens is, if you have created a bond, you can easily contact the mentor, which project, what to do, and that is the thing. After that, in the 5th January, this so begins. Script winter of code actually begins. This is what the program actually starts, and before that, this is like starter of the application starts, project application, mentor, or all other stuff. So, so this is also valid for Google Summer of Code and all other things. Okay. So recently, the RL open source application has just was happening. So I saw it 2 days back that they were taking the application. You can just apply to this their website, but I don't think that the application is still live now. I think it's closed. I'm not sure about it, but there are a lot of programs. Okay, basically, Google Summer of Code starts from like, okay, I will show you from here. Okay. Okay, so Google Summer of Code is like, this is a program by Google. So what they do is they invite organizations to submit their code after sorry, submit their project, and when Google Summer of Code actually accepts that project, then after a while what happens is they actually start the mm, at the same time they start the application for the mentors and the participants. Okay, you can see this year's timeline of Google Summer of Code. Organization applications open January to 13th 2021. So open source organizations that would like to participate as a mentor organization in this year's program can apply. They could apply through from January 13th, and after that organization application deadline. So this started from January 13th to February 20th. Okay, so in the March 10th, organizations announced. Okay, so organizations will be announced in the March 10th. So today is March 1. So, and from student application period is from March 30 to 2021 to April 13th. Okay, so students will apply from March 13th. Okay, then application review, they will apply. Okay, so their application will be reviewed for till May 17th, and student projects announced. So they will get a mail about that you are accepted for Summer of Code. So then the community bonding will start, and coding evaluation, and student submit code and final evaluation, and mentor submit final evaluation. Okay, and results announced. So why is this results announced? Actually, this is because a lot of people, sometimes what happens is join this GSOC and couldn't complete or don't complete this program. Okay, so after completing their like I will show you about. Okay, there are a lot of projects. Okay, after completing those projects. mm, Okay, so okay, if you come here, you can also already also check here like organizations eligibility and also student eligibility. So you can if you contribute to their like Google Summer of Code, your codes like your project will be published here. That you have gone. This is there are a lot of project will be shown here that these projects have been worked, students have worked, and you will get a certificate that you have completed the Google Summer of Code, and you will get a stipend and The most important one is like you're contributing, you're always contributing, you're always helping. This is the mentality they want, and that is why Google and Microsoft and those big companies are like they are doing this kind of program. Okay, they are creating this kind of program, and they want you to learn, and you also contribute to these programs. Okay, so basically, why is it important? I didn't tell you that much, because this is very much important, because like when, like, assume that you have got a job at Google. Okay, so what you basically do, then like a lot of people do competitive programming and go to, then what they go to Google or something, then what they basically do, they contribute to Google's file or Google's code base. They actually, most of the people don't create a app or create a big code base or something. What they do is like, wait, what they do is like I think okay. Okay, I will tell you about that. Okay, so what they basically do is they contribute to Google's code base. Google, there is a file, big file, and as their seniors or project manager tell him or her that you have to contribute to this file or this portion. The after joining Google or Microsoft or big tech companies, what you have to do, you don't need most of the cases you don't have to apply your competitive programming basic. You have to know like development things. Okay, so you will learn that, and you will start to contribute. Okay, so you are contributing to Google's or Microsoft big projects code base. You are contributing very little to their code base, but you are contributing. That is what you are doing from your student life. You are kind of starting the open source, and you're already kind of contributing to big projects or files. You are contributing to these, and so what you have a very good experience, like you are contributing, you know, these development skills, or you know these programming languages. So other than your at the same time you are maintaining your academics and you're contributing to open source, so it is like you are having the software engineers experience. So this is why actually big tech companies like Google, Microsoft, so they are kind of encouraging you students like you, me, to contribute to open source. And open, so you also know about these like VLC, Mozilla Firefox. You have used this, and all those updates actually come through this kind of uh, VLC, Mozilla Firefox Fox has their own community. So after this, like GSOC, in the GSOC actually VLC, and I will show you that. Okay, wait. In the slides I have already showed you like which codes in the course section, like that regularly participates in GSOC. So this is the Google summer of code. So Mozilla, and you can see Beagleboard, and you can also see a lot of organizations. Okay. Uh, okay. So there are a lot of organizations who actually apply to Google for accepting their project, and after Google accepts their project, students apply and they work in those organizations project. So Mozilla actually do uh, always most of the cases, you can see in the if you see the previous 4 or 5 years, Mozilla always actually have a project in the Google Summer of Code. So so for to contribute in Mozilla's code base, you have to know JavaScript very well. And you just don't need to like you are not contributing only for 3 months. Google Summer of Code, you can see in the timelines, like, okay, in the timeline section. Okay, this timeline. Okay, wait. Sometime it's loading. Okay, I have to come here. Yeah, yeah. In the timeline section, you can see it starts from January 13th, and when it ends, it's like September 1. It's like you have this process starts. It's that you are not involving with this organization section, or like your involvement starts from March 13th to September. So there is a like whole circle, like if I tell you my experience, like this GSOC will start from March 13th, and it will end in September. And after that, Hacktoberfest starts. Okay, it starts in October. Okay, so I told you I want to talk about this Hacktober. Okay, so after that, in the October, Hacktoberfest starts, and it is like 1 month program. So okay, you just have to create a pull request. You have to create in the last time I had to create 4 pull requests, and if you create 4 pull requests and those are merged, and what happens is after that you are like you have completed the Hacktoberfest, and you can then get a lot of swags. Okay, so I've written actually 2 blogs about my experience into the Hacktoberfest. So this is one. Okay, so this is like after I completed the Hacktoberfest, they actually mailed me like you have completed the Hacktoberfest, and now you can actually create a blog and in the dev. And I created a blog. It was like very early time of mine. So I actually shared what I learned from Hacktoberfest, how many pull requests I actually created, and how many were accepted, and some goodies. Okay, swags, you can see, I can tell those are swags. Like Hacktoberfest actually gave you like swags, and if you talk about the other organizations, like there are like other organizations like uh, Google Summer of Code, MLH Fellowship, and Outreachy. So these are like Google Summer of Code pays you. They give you stipend for contributing. Okay, and RL open source also, RL open source, which is also by Microsoft, also pay you. But this is like local programs like script winter of code, or dev script winter of code, or you can say cross winter of code. This is like you're just you can just sorry you can just apply for them, and you can contribute, and you can get goodies. You are not paid for, or you will not get stipend for those, but you will have a good experience. And how it will help you is like mm, okay, here is not no one of my profiles. Okay, okay, how it will help you is like when someone will enter into a profile, they can see so you can they can easily realize that he has contributed to a good file or good project. And if you apply for Google Summer of Code, they will check that which project you have worked on or something. And after that, what they will do, they can accept your application, and you are good to go. You can then start your Google Summer of Code journey. And also there are a lot of programs. What I wanted to tell you that Google Summer of Code actually starts from like for the students is it starts from March 30 to September. And after that, Hacktoberfest starts. It is for 1 month, and then the other local programs. Okay, it is some other local programs from Indian coders. These are all local programs of Indian. So sorry, these ones. So they start from the winter. Okay, they start from the winter of the Indian time, so Indian season. So it mainly starts from December or something, December to like March. They actually start from December and they end in March. And after that, the Google Summer of Code again starts. So this is a circle, this is a loop, you can see that. And also at the same time, when the Google Summer of Code is getting conducted, the same time RL open source is now it will start from May. So this is a loop, like you can contribute to open source daily basis, on your daily basis, and you can update your GitHub profile. And you can also participate in these programs. You just don't need to target these programs. You just have to contribute what you know. You have to learn a lot of things, and then you can just learn and contribute, and eventually one day you can see if you apply, you will be accepted. So there are a lot of resources which you can use. I personally have started to uh, this code for cause through code for cause. Okay, okay. There is an ad. Okay, wait. Okay, so this is the like a whole, you can see, this is the like whole playlist about he's Kunal. He has like a whole playlist he has created for the open source. You can see that this, you can see there are a lot of videos. You can see these videos and you can start, you can have a very good understanding about this, because Kunal is like he's has been, he has contributed to Google Summer of Code, and also he is like a mentor of, he was a mentor of Google Summer of Code. He is a coach of MLH Fellowship. Okay, MLH, sorry, and he has also contributed to Red Hat and all other kind of stuff. So he's very experienced, and he has actually shared what he knows. So there is a playlist. Okay, so okay, I think I was okay. Wait. Hello. Okay, so I think I will add it in the comment section in these links, uh, the resource section, and also I will give you the slide link. Okay, the slide link. So this like the slide link. The slide link is here, and you can have those links. You can use those link and you can apply for the open source section, and you can have all this information. And actually we couldn't conduct that Git and GitHub's event today. Okay, so because of our guest's personal problem, he had to go to hospital or something, so he will come tomorrow. So I think we will start again tomorrow.
Hey,
And
Mikul,
okay,
there's one question in the chat section. Can you check that out?
where I can see one.
Okay, I'm coding that. So, how do you suggest that one should approach the GSOC organizations? So, suppose I'm a participant, I'm aspiring to apply for GSOC, so I need to look for organizations that are under that program, right? So, how should I approach the organizations?
Okay, so for that reason, what happens is like this year during for the Corona pandemic, this time what happened is like Google Summer of Code has decided that they will kind of generally they accepts like 1,200 people. So this time they will take a lot of people, and they have just they've decided this. And so there will be a lot of competition. So first I will tell you that. And so how you actually approach the organization, all other things stuffs, like what happens is like the, if you want to contribute to Mozilla, let's assume that you want to contribute to Mozilla Firefox, and you can actually contribute to their code base through the whole year. Okay, you can search for search in the Google browser that Mozilla community or something. You can go there and you can actually contribute to their files. So when you have, you will already create a pull request, or you will merge one of your codes into their code base. They will already know that this guy actually has contributed to our code base. And when you will apply for like Mozilla's project, one of Mozilla's project for Google Summer of Code or something, they can realize that, hey, yes, this guy has already worked in our project, so we can take him as a participant. Okay, then there is a very big chance of yours to be get selected, because this is the experience of one of our seniors. Okay, so he actually attended the Google Summer of Code the last year, so he contributed to Mozilla. So I'm telling you his experience, how he did that. He actually contributed to Mozilla, not in the Google Summer of Code season, he actually contributed he was added in the community. He approached Mozilla and he actually added some code in Mozilla Firefox before the Google Summer of Code event. So when he applied for Google Summer of Code, the Mozilla actually easily he detected that yes, this guy has worked and we can take him. So he was accepted. So I think this is the best approach, and if you this is the best way you can actually crack Google Summer of Code. He has all actually guided it very well because he's experienced. He's been selected in Google Summer of Code. He's been mentored in Google Summer of Code, so he can guide you very well. Okay, so I think that is how we can actually have experience and practice in Google Summer of Code. Okay, so that's sorry for the other part of the seminar. Our guest couldn't come here today for his issue, so I think I will end the session here now. And tomorrow in the same time, we will start the session with our GitHub Campus expert. Okay, so we'll start from tomorrow from the same time we started today, and he will actually tell you about what is Git and what is GitHub, because he's very experienced. He has been like a software engineer, and he's working, and he's also GitHub Campus expert, and he will show you how it is done. And also at the same time, in the month of April or something, we will be conducting a series, and after that the series we'll have some quizzes and all that stuff, and we will be sending you swags, GitHub swags. So we will conduct that series on Git and GitHub. Okay, in the month of April or something, we will share you the tomorrow's event into the tomorrow's event, and our guest will tell you about that, how he wants to take the series and when he will. And I think that is it. That is for today. Thanks for attending the seminar. I think you will attend tomorrow for knowing about the Git and GitHub. Okay, thanks for coming into the video. You guys may leave now. Thank you very much. If you have any question, you can also ask. So, sorry, I couldn't ask you. You can unmute yourself and you can ask. If you have any question, you can ask related to open source or all. I think there is no question. Okay, thanks for attending the seminar.